Same face syndrome. If you know art, you've probably heard of the term. And if you do art, you've probably experienced it for yourself. Every character that you draw has the same face. They may be a different gender, race, species, they may not even be human, and yet they will all look the same. I mean, there's really no shame in it. It happens to a lot of artists, kind of like a quirk everybody shares. But you know what I call that? I call it uninspired. That's right. Try having your own original problems, you sheep. See, true artists, they have different face syndrome, where for the life of you, you cannot draw the same face twice. You guys have the same problem too, right? Like, I can't be the only one who has it. So yeah, I thought for this video I would try something a little bit different from my usual more high effort videos that take a month to record. Fight scenes. And also, I wanted to take it easy since I am a little bit sick, so sorry if my voice sounds different, though I am kind of coming out of it now. And also, you guys said that you don't mind if I make more relaxed videos here and there, so here that is. But yeah, so sit back, grab a snack, relax, just put this on in the background while you're drawing for yourself and listen to me rant about the stupid problem that I'm having. And I don't know, maybe you're having the same problem as me. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so the way this video works is I kind of have it split up into like 2 sections. So while I'm ranting and you're seeing the drawings in the background, keep in mind the first half of this video is about one character and the second half is about another character. I personally think I did a lot better on the second character, so keep watching for that. But yeah, this first character, you might recognize him from my last video if you saw that. I haven't come up with a name for him yet, so we can just call him B, like the letter B. He has a pretty cool design, and as far as his character goes, I have a couple of cool things envisioned for him, so I can't wait to do that. And yeah, so I thought if it's going to be a part of a story I have coming up, then, you know, what better time to practice drawing him than now. So yeah, going past the purposes of this video, I do have other reasons for drawing this character here. You know, drawing him from different angles could be pretty good reference for me in the future, and should there be a problem with his design, I will learn about it now. So yeah, how I decided to approach this was drawing a couple of like head, face templates, whatever, and then going on a separate layer and trying to draw his face on top of that. I thought that would just make it a little bit easier for me. And I have to come clean, the first time I tried drawing him, I made some of the worst drawings I have ever done. It's genuinely so horrific, I think I might have to censor it. But yeah, so this is technically the second take of this video, at least for this character, and I think it went considerably better. Now obviously different face syndrome is just like a joke term that I came up with. I mean, I don't know if I came up with it, I'm sure different people have probably thought of it, but still, it's not really like a recognized thing, or at least it's not really famous or infamous, I should say, to the point of same face syndrome. You know, you can find so many different videos of people talking about like same face syndrome and trying to give antidotes or just trying to explain what even causes it. But there's nothing really on different face syndrome, which makes me think maybe it's not really a thing, you know? Maybe it's just an alias I've given to another well-known problem. What problem might that be? Well, I don't really know. There's maybe like 1 or 2 things that like immediately come to mind, and everything else just kind of seems like an obscure connection. But I think that 1, it is a lack of like guidelines, I guess, or structure. Meaning a lot of the guidelines I use to kind of guide myself on drawing things like the face, such as, you know, where I draw the eyeballs or the center line or the eye line, brow line, nose line, whatever. Maybe I use them kind of arbitrarily, you know? Or it might even be that I kind of draw the guidelines willy-nilly. You know, like I don't really bother to think, is this normally where I draw it? Or is it too high up, too low, too wide, too narrow, whatever. I just kind of do it randomly and for the sake of doing it, because that's the process I'm used to, and not necessarily to help myself. And because of that, every drawing the guidelines kind of change their position. So that's the first reason that comes to mind. The second one, maybe it's a lack of style. Maybe it's because I don't have a clear-cut way of drawing the facial features. And this one, I have noticed it a lot more. It's not really a secret. I think I've mentioned it in some videos as well. Yeah, so those are the main 2 reasons I can think of. I'm sure there's other reasons. So yeah, the 3 drawings I did for my first character, I don't think they turned out too bad, but at the same time, it kind of just looks like a different person each time that I've drawn him, which is, you know, the thing I was trying to avoid. Okay, this is the second character now. You might have also seen this in some of my older videos. I might have shown him as like an example drawing here and there. and I do plan on using him in a story that I'm gonna make in the future. Not anytime soon though, I don't think. So I'm not gonna say his name either, just in case it changes. But we can call him S, I guess, if you want to refer to him. Anyway, for him, I decided to do pretty much the exact same thing I did for my first character, just with different angles for his head, face, whatever. Anyway, now I can tell you guys about a conditional, maybe optional third reason as to why sometimes faces are harder for me to draw or replicate than others. See, this second character that I'm drawing, his design is probably one of my favorites, and I'd argue it's one of my most coherent designs as well. Everything just kind of fits together nicely. And he's also quite detailed, meaning he has a lot of visual landmarks. Now by that I just mean he has a lot of unique features and design attributes. Now obviously detail and stuff in a character design is really cool, right? Like it makes him feel more unique and gives him more personality. But how I think this relates to different face syndrome is when a character has more unique things about him, you know, design attributes, visual landmarks, whatever I said before, it makes them easier to replicate. Because, you know, with a character like the one I'm drawing right now, I could do a horrendous drawing of his face, right? But as long as I draw his hat and the little metal plate on his hat and the scar over his eyebrow and nose, and, you know, have his hair poking out from under his hat, and, you know, give him the clothes he's wearing, whatever, it's gonna be hard for him to look different. He's not gonna look like any other character. You know, no matter what, it's gonna look like the same character, even if I do a horrible job of replicating his other facial features. And the same thing applies to a lot of recognizable characters like Naruto or Goku. I don't really know their artist style all that well, but as long as I get the basic things right, like Goku's pointy head shape and extremely stylized, unique spiky hair, or like the 3 stripes on Naruto's face and the headband and the classic spiky yellow hair, it's gonna be impossible to make him look like a different character. You know, no matter what I do, you're gonna be able to tell that it's Naruto or Goku or whatever. Now contrast that with someone whose design is a lot more basic, like the first character I drew. You know, he has a really cool, maybe somewhat unique haircut, sure, but what other unique traits does he have visually to him other than that, you know? Nada. Zilch. And because of that, the only thing I can do to try and make his face look nearly exactly the same is to try and capture each of his facial features perfectly each time. If I give a bit more curve to his nose, or make his lips just a little bit like wider, or give him a rounder chin, or give him a pointier chin, whatever, it's gonna look like an entirely different character every single time. Because instead of big, easier to replicate details like, you know, scars or an eye patch or something, I have to work with the really small details. Now I said this is like an optional reason for different face syndrome, and I said that because it's not necessarily the thing driving the problem. It just makes the problem more apparent, because when you don't have these other things to go off of, your other faults and mistakes become a lot more apparent. So do I think it's the reason for different face syndrome? No, not really. I think it's the things I said before that. But I also do think it complements the problem quite nicely. So if you're ever stuck on a character design and you just can't get them to look the same each time, it might just be because they're lacking these bigger details, you know? Now that being said, you also can't give every character scars and an eye patch. So eventually you are gonna have to address the problem, but still, it's quite a useful little hack. So the 3 new drawings I did for my second character, I think they all turned out pretty well. I think the first one is definitely the best. For the third one, I tried to do the, excuse me sir face. I don't know, something about his like smile, I just thought it would fit this character quite nicely. I wasn't using reference though, so it doesn't look too accurate, but you know, the vibe is there. And then for my first drawing of the second character, I also decided to color him a bit. I don't really color that good. I've never attempted to learn color theory or anything like that. I just wanted to color him for the thumbnail. Well, let me know what you guys think of the color job. I do have to say, it's a really nice drawing, and I did capture his likeness very well. That being said, it's pretty much in the exact same angle and pose as the reference drawing, so I don't know if it's the biggest victory, but it's a step in the right direction. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you have the same problem for yourself, and if so, do you agree or disagree with any of the things I said? But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Hey!